Hello and welcome to another Facebook Live. I was inspired today to talk about a special spot on all of our bodies, which is right here, right at the base of the skull where the top of the spine meets, that place right there. It's kind of a soft spot in at your neck. Why this is so significant is, well, as you know, I love talking about intuition and all things intuition. You know, this is an area in my body that I've been working with for years, but I haven't really shared it with an audience or really with anyone. I've kind of been just kind of discovering it by myself. Let me give you a little backstory. When I was about 3.5 years old, I started having seizures. And they were non-epileptic seizures, but they were a type of seizure that were brought on by traumatic experiences or over the years, certain foods. I can't do drugs. I have a low tolerance to alcohol. There's too much activity, you know, it can set me off into a seizure. So yeah, it's kind of an annoying thing, but over the years, I've learned to manage it. I've learned to manage it with nutrition, hydration, learning how to manage my own energy. That's actually something really, really significant because when I was younger, I wasn't able to manage my energy. And so, you know, things could set me off and sometimes a seizure would be the result. So, why I want to talk about this little spot right here at the base of the skull is let me also let you know that there's limited information on this area. If you're familiar with the chakra system, we know that there's the 7 main chakras and then there's all the minor chakras. So there's hundreds of chakras in the body. Well, this particular chakra that I'm talking about in the back of the neck, some people call it the Zeal chakra, Z-E-A-L. Some people call it the Alta Major chakra. But whatever you call it, everyone has it. And why I'm bringing it up today is yesterday my neck was super duper tight. And that's also an indication that I know that I need to chillax, right? Is when my neck gets tight. And so I was on the ground and I was rolling around with this little pink ball at the base of my neck. And this is one of the tools that I use to release that area. And I laid there and oh my gosh, it felt so good. It was like, you know, when, I don't know if you've had a massage, when somebody takes their fingers at the base of your skull and just kind of like pulls back on it and releases that area. If you've ever experienced that, it can be a very, very good experience and it can bring bliss and relaxation. And if the therapist is really good, they can get to that still point and you can go into even deeper relaxation. So I was doing this and I went into deep, deep meditation. And I started to see, like I have seen in my mind's eye in the past, where it's almost like this portal opens up at the base of my skull and I can see, and my eyes begin to get more soft and my hearing becomes more almost like there's like a low tone, and it's very blissful. So why am I sharing this? I don't know why. I feel as though if you're anybody that's interested in your body and how you respond to the world through your body, I think this is a really important spot to know about because there's so much information that is coming at us, you know, at any given moment. I mean, what's the number? I think it's like 40,000 bits of information is coming at you at once, and only like 40 bits of information can you consciously be aware of. I mean, there's so much that is going on. So where does all the other bits of information go? Does it go to your subconscious mind? Does it go to the unconscious? I mean, I don't know, right? But while I was doing this meditation, I was realizing that every time I've had the experience of a closed off area in the back of my neck, I have become more closed-minded. I've become more judgmental. I'm more uptight. I'm more anxious. I'm less open to new information. And so as I was meditating, I was like, whoa, this is an area in the body that if one could really begin to navigate through that portal, they could see different aspects of themselves that would open up possibilities and open up opportunities to their future. Now, what does that mean, their future? Well, I'll speak for myself. When I am closed off, when I am tight, uptight, oh God, the list goes on. Sometimes that takes away from the, it just takes away from relaxation and joy, right? So how can we navigate through that portal, through that space, and open up through to the opportunities and to the possibilities of our world, our inner world? So I've actually connected this spot because of the seizures, because of that seizure activity. I've connected this spot to excitation. Like if there's way too much stimuli or there's way too much excitation, in my environment, I got to get out of there, right? Like sometimes it's just way too much. But I also associate that area to fear. Sometimes it helps me to be hypersensitive because then I can navigate when I need to move away from something or when I need to move towards something. So again, that spot is a highly intuitive portal. So why is this important? And what does this have to do with you? How do I say this? I've gotten a lot of people asking me like, man, I've been getting headaches. I've been, my vision is feeling like, I get double vision, or I'm getting ringing in my ears. What's going on? And you know what? I mean, there's so many reasons why this can be happening. But from my own experience, when there's a high level of energy, either in your personal life or in the collective world at large, we are sensitive beings, and if we are receiving all this information all at once, our bodies have to filter through that mess of confusion, right? And I believe that our body uses our gut system, our energetic heart system, and also that portal that I'm talking about. Things that I do to help myself when I'm in that excitation. And that is, I'll simply sit up taller and move my head up. Because when I'm in this position, it puts pressure on my neck. And I tend to slouch. And so when I'm in that position and my head's kind of in that forward position, it cuts off that area in the back and it closes down or clamps down that area that needs to be open so that we can process information. So that's one thing that you can do, is just, it's almost like I imagine a balloon on the top of my head and I just kind of like lift that helium balloon with a string attached to my head and I just lift it up. And that just gives me just enough space such that I won't have the ringing in my ears and I won't have that like inner ear weird stuff going on. And it also helps with my eyesight. Another thing is, like I told you, when I was rolling around on this ball, I just put it literally like right at the base of my neck and just let it sit there. And I didn't really do a lot. I just let it release through, the ball was kind of just doing the work for me. The other thing is I also use essential oils. I'll put like frankincense oil or lavender oil right at the base of my neck, and I'll just kind of massage it in. And that's just another way, it's a reminder of, yes, I'm taking care of myself. Relaxation is key. The other thing is I'll do this breathing exercise, and this is powerful. So I'll do a breathing exercise through my root and bring it all the way up through my spinal cord, and then go around my head through that spot, and then almost like inside my spine down, and it's like a figure 8. So it's like this figure 8, and it just, I breathe in and out, and that figure 8, it gives this almost like cleansing through the system with the breath. And so that'll also help to clear out any of that stuck energy at that point. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. Let me see if anybody has any questions about that. Balancing the flow of information, specifically when you are getting intuitive information and you want to connect your mind with your heart and your gut and that root, you want to connect them all. You can do it through that point by just simply expanding that part of your spine, that cervical spine, just expanding it up and then breathing through so that you don't get caught in excitation or expectation or any kind of, when you get an intuitive hit and you're like, ooh, I'm going to go do this or I'm going to go do that. It's more, you want to stay in that calm, balanced flow of information. So that is very helpful to keep that information flowing without distorting it and going off in a different direction, such that your intuitive hit now isn't intuition, it starts becoming ego, because you're directing the flow of information because that area is getting cut off. But we say when our head and our heart is connected or disconnected, when we are in that egoic expression of ourselves, well, I believe that that area is where it gets cut off. And when that area gets cut off, it's almost like you're pinching a water hose, and that flow of water can't get through, and you can't express what it is that you need to express. So there you have it. It was just a little tidbit I just wanted to share with you today, and I hope that was helpful. And if you have any comments, please leave some comments, and I'll check back on this video a little bit later after it has rendered and gone live, and it's on its, the repeat. And if you have any questions or you want to connect with me there. And yeah, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope this was helpful for you. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.